Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 9. It is. I should know this. I'm sorry, but I can't check because I'm recording on my phone and I need to look on my phone. I think it's season 9, episode 1. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, our favorite show is back. It looks like they've got all of the same people, which usually means that they have a pretty strong cast. It looks like they've stepped up some people's focal focus. It looks like young Jock, who was the opening voice for the show, which was surprising to me. I was like, well, young Jock, you done did something good for Mona. Let him be the opening voice. Usually that's the person that they are, saying holds their most weight. It doesn't always pan out that way, but that's usually what happens. Anyway, he's talking about the cast, what's happened with Stevie J, Mimi and her daughter, Frostfax, Bam and Scrappy are back. Carly is gonna have quite a bit of full of fucking dicketry going with her. And it looks like that Sierra has also stepped up her game. I'm not sure. I don't think she ever was like an actual cast member that was actually in the opening credits, but she definitely was yesterday. So I was just like, oh, we're gonna get to see more of her strong face. So it's just something about her face, and when she be crying and everything, I'll be like, girl, it looked like she gonna be crying all damn season. In T-way, you guys. I didn't even put my shit in order like I usually do. So let's just go through these notes, okay? So, first of all, the show opens with Mimi and Eva. It is her 10th birthday. Stevie J said that he done worked shit out with his baby mamas. Okay, things is good with Jocelyn. Things are good with Mimi. Even him and Jocelyn's drama in court was worked out. They both have joint custody of the little girl. I see them both with the little girl pretty often. The little girl looks very happy. So good that they were able to work that out. Jocelyn got her a new boyfriend, and I'm telling you, anytime you can get you somebody else that could take your mind off of that fool, any man that you used to be involved with, you get you a new, ain't nothing better than life, what I tell you. You get over one man, you get under another one. That's why Jocelyn got some damn sense now. We see the party, and this is like all of the cast comes. We see Frostfax walk in. We see Mimi. Surprisingly, everything is going great with Jocelyn too, but we'll see how that plays out. I gotta brush up on my Mimi, y'all. I'm telling you, all these voices I gotta remember. Things are also good with her girl Ty. Is that her name? Did you guys see that flip switch? The Dre challenge, the Drake's challenge when Mimi and her girlfriend did. The girlfriend, when she had the dress on, I was like, look at her. I mean, full, she's a cute girl. She really looked like a girl. She ain't the girliest girl. She's not girly at all, but when she had the dress on, I was like, oh, look at her. She could definitely, switch it up if she wanted to. Anyway, Jock is at the party. Like I said, the Frostfax is there. Rashida's talking about how, Jock being with Kendra probably was the best thing that ever happened to him. She's able to get him together and keep him on the straight and the narrow. Then she slides into us, me and D-Lo about to celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary. And I was like, oh God, it's somebody in this parking lot. Every time I come to this parking lot, somebody is over here trying to ask for some fucking money. Give me some damn money. Shit. Now, since we was talking about Young Jock, let's just talk about him and Kendra. That Kendra said, bitch, you ain't gonna catch me slipping this year. That bitch was done up, wasn't she, when they was at the pet store? I said, okay, girl, that body was looking good. I mean, she was a little bit more conservative last season, so I never thought that she didn't have a nice shape. You just never really saw it. And her body actually looks pretty natural. It don't look like it's enhanced. I mean, it could have been, but, it's not ridiculously done. She had her red shirt on, child, and her little side out, and it was long on one side, short on the other, and her jeans. And I said, okay, girl, I am not mad. Look good. I always felt like the Atlanta cast, they are the best looking put together as far as their fashions and their hair and makeup. I think that they're the best franchise out of all of them. But anyway, her and Jock are at the pet store. Jock is buying a puppy for his twin girls. with one of his baby mamas. She's telling him, because these are the things that you talk about at the pet store, that she forgot to take her birth control pills. And Jock's whole thing is, that's okay, we'll just do the pull-out method. But Kendra said, hell no, we're not doing that. She can't trust that would even work with them, considering he already has 8 kids. Okay, obviously them little swimmers know how to get to the point, don't they? Jock tells her, or he tells us, as if he's such this big catch. Ever since they got engaged, Kendra's been acting differently. Now she kind of just like, I got him, so she can be different than the way that I was just like, it seemed like she pretty much was putting her foot down before y'all got engaged. So, what is it that she changed up on you this fast? Kendra said she just setting up the expectations. I said, that's right, girl. Okay, let them know what they can and can't do from the very fucking beginning. That's a mistake that many of us women, including myself, make when we first get married. Okay, then you got to be going and correcting that shit and fighting all the fucking time, 5-10 years later. Get that shit set up from the beginning. And then you ain't gonna have them kind of problems, because you gonna already know what is and is not acceptable. So I 100% agree with that. And of course, we still know that Kendra says she don't want no damn kids. So they make a trip to the doctor. Okay, and I looked at that fucking doctor when he walked in, and I said, Mona, bitch, you gonna make me do this at the very beginning of the season? That man was not no fucking doctor. No doctor has that type of bedside manner. No doctor talks like that, okay? Especially when you on TV, you need to make sure that you maintain your professionality. You got your clients out there watching or something. They be like, oh, that's Dr. Jones. And Dr. Jones is up there saying some old reckless shit. I said, he not no fucking doctor. He come on in there, hey, what's up? I was just like, The doctor is explaining to him how he does the vasectomy. And he just wants to do a checkup real quick. And young Jock is like, he don't really know how this is going to go. And he says, all you do is you drop your pants. I check your junk. It take about 20 seconds. You check his junk? Yeah, Mona. You ought to get fucked up for that one. But whatever, young Jack is still not feeling this vasectomy. There was a time in my office at work that all of the men were getting vasectomies because they just kept on getting their wife pregnant. You see them walk around, real slow one day, and I was just like, oh, okay, but they still fine. I don't know why men have a problem with getting vasectomies. I guess they just really feel like they're being castrated, and, it's really just a blow to their ego and everything. But from what I understand, vasectomies are much easier to reverse than, a woman getting her tube, like a tubal ligation. And so why can't you guys do that? Why is it always assumed that a woman has to have her tubes tied? Then fuck, Jock got 8 damn kids. Fuck you need any more? You probably didn't want no more, but just the fact that you got a woman that's saying that she don't want no more, now all of a sudden it's a fucking problem. Do you want 10 kids? Okay? Do you want to have to be paying that? Kendra, girl, don't get your finances wrapped up with him if he only want to be, keeping on having all these kids. I know one of his, I know a couple of some of his kids are older, because one was in Jada's class. But, yeah. I was like, girl, I don't know how this gonna work. You're gonna have to really keep him on the straight and narrow. Let's talk about Scrappy. Okay, I love to see Scrappy and Bambi. They do look like they're a happy couple. They say, Scrap say the baby that they have is 18 months old, and he couldn't be happier with him and his wife and, his daughter. His little family unit is intact and great. Okay, can't say too much for the extended family. And that, of course, means Mama D. Now, Mama D come over to the house. She on a walker. I said, well, what's wrong with Mama D? But I'm looking at Mama D, and I said, now, she looked like something definitely has been wrong. She's lost weight. For whatever reason, she just looked sallow. She had that look like she had been sick. Mama D come over with this walker. She all cantankerous and mad that they done moved all the way out. I think they live out like Duluth area, somewhere out there by where Nene and Portia and all of them live, if I'm not mistaken. But we find out that she's been drinking so much that she had some kidney stones, and they ruptured and ended up getting into her system and infecting her. And then she had to have surgery. She's had like a couple of surgeries, and she has another one that's coming. So Bad times for Mama D. I had remembered seeing on social media that something was going on with her, but I never found out exactly what it was. Well, now they're saying that these kidney stones are a result from drinking. But anyway, so she's down on herself. You know, she's over at Scrappy's house and she's sort of depressed, and he's just telling her, you know, him and Bam are telling her, you know, that she's doing good. You know, just make sure you don't be drinking because we don't need no more problems on top of what's already going with you medically, you know, health-wise. I just wanted to know, why did he happen to have a breathalyzer in the house for her to blow her breath in that house? Really? But yeah, she didn't have nothing in her system, and Bambi was like, you didn't even have no wine, girl, high five. But yeah, you can actually tell that something is wrong with Mama D. So I feel bad for old sis. Later on, we see her, she's at the hospital, and I was like, that is really too bad, because when I went to that reunion, Mama D was looking great. She had just had her surgery. She actually had her hair like this. Let me make sure my wig, y'all, don't be moving back. She actually had her hair straight, but it was like black and it was bone straight. And she had on this dress and her shape was really, really nice. So, you know, it was kind of a bummer to see her like this. She's about to have another surgery. But what she does know is if she can make it through this last surgery, she ain't never drinking again. I said, that's right, Mama D. Hold strong, girl. Then we see Sierra. Okay, strong face. She's had quite a bit of work done to her body. In that opening scene when she had on the pink frou dress and her breast was so pushed up, and she had like on this, we used to call them bustiers. I don't know what they call them now, but you know, it's the equivalent of like a waist trainer, you know, like something. Her waist was cinched so small. Have you guys seen that picture of her going around with her waist super duper little? And everybody was saying how great she looked, and I was like, that is not normal. Why are you guys doing these things to your body? She looks like she could collapse. I don't know what spine is supporting that. I was like, maybe that's Photoshop, because it was so little. If I can find the picture, maybe I'll try to post it on my Instagram. Sierra is full-blown character on the show now. You know, she says that nothing has brought her greater joy than being a mom. All right, so it looks like they're going to be incorporating her kids into the show this season. She tells us that she's fighting for her life, you know, over this messy situation. Everybody always fighting for their fucking life. Everything is always so life-ending. We also see her ex-husband is back. I guess Shooter needed a job too. She probably was like, come on, if you come on and work with me, you know, I'll make sure you want to get you a little coins every now and again. So Shooter is there, and they're having some sort of, I'm not sure, was it a memorial or something? They're at a bowling alley, it looked like, and, you know, just some of the people around, they just talking about his son that had died. Remember, a couple of years ago, the son was killed. Not Sierra's child, but she helped him raise the little boy. So I think he was like somewhere in his older teens, or maybe early 20s. But anyway, they're talking, he's talking to people about his son, and then when it's over, Sierra goes up to him and she was just like, you know, I just hoping that you could come down to the courthouse and make sure that you testify for me, you know, because you know your baby mama is going around saying that I beat her up at the funeral. We talking about this child beating up somebody at the funeral that happened 2 years ago. Okay, I guess the mama just now getting around to suing her. Why we ain't heard shit about this last season, Mona? Okay, this the shit I'm talking about right here. When she said go to court and testify, Shooter was like, no, I don't go to court. Okay, when I got in my trouble and I had to go to court all that time, I promised myself if I, you know, made it out, then I would never step foot in court again. I said, never again, ever again, Shooter, even if it's not for you. Nope, even if it's not for Shooter, evidently, because he said, I am not going. She was like, but you know it's a lie. You know that girl has been, why does she sound like she has an accent from somewhere else? I know she's from Atlanta, right? But she sounds different. Anyway, she was like, you know what that girl did. You know that I didn't fight her. You know she lying. She been trying to make my life miserable for 8 years. And he was just like, hey, that's between you and old baby mamas. I done already said I ain't going in no courthouse. I'm not doing it. I ain't testifying. I'm sorry. Okay. Besides, you know what you did and she knows what she did. And I was like, well, what did he mean by that? Okay, even if Sierra didn't fight this girl, you know, and I don't see why that should be that difficult to prove. I mean, you at a funeral with hundreds of people. Actually, I remember that. Didn't we see the funeral? We saw the funeral on the TV, right? They showed part of it. Ain't look like nobody was fighting. All right, so I was just like, who be making up these storylines? I guess, I mean, Shooter and Sierra must have got together on this one. But yeah, Shooter said, hell fuck nah, bitch. So, oh, she's so upset, right? Later on, we see that she's still with BK. I said, she is still with this fool, okay? And I mean, isn't he a producer or something? Why is he not producing? Why is all that we know about him is that he be running behind that damn Sierra with his old stupid haircut? Every time I see his head, I be like, oh, he just hit on my nerves. He said that, you know, she been in this depression and he been working really hard to try to get her out of it. So they thought that it would be a good idea for them to go on a double date with the Scrap and the Bam. They're gonna go ice skating. Carly was supposed to go, I guess, as well, but you know, Sierra said something going on with Carly and she can't never catch up with her. You know, she do miss her girl. She miss her girl. But, you know, she just gonna go on and go out with Bambi and Scrappy. Tell me why Scrappy and BK gotta have the baby push ice skate thing. They all leaned over trying to ice skate. It was so funny because, you know, Bambi and Sierra, they started talking. And Sierra's all like, Bambi, you are like super mom. You know, you like super wife. You know, she really looks up to her. I was like, well, at least, I mean, you can look up to Bambi and Scrappy who, you know, so far as they've been married, we ain't had no drama. Okay? It be burning my bridges when them folks be trying to go on and on about Frost facts over there. Oh, you guys are the perfect... This motherfucker that got somebody pregnant, he been with the full of fucking niggatry the whole damn time he been on the show, and y'all still looking up the Frost facts. Ain't nobody saying that you got to down them and shit, but you ain't got to look like that's what you want to model your relationship after. Okay, y'all don't get me up on my damn soapbox today. Bambi asked her what's going on with her, and oh, she just opened the floodgates. You know, I went to go talk to Shooter and tell Shooter that he need to go to court and testify for me because his baby mama said that I beat her up at the funeral, and she know I didn't beat her up at the funeral, and Carly was with me, and if he don't go and testify for me, I might be going to jail. I was like, girl, if you don't calm the fuck down. Just as emotional and crying, and Bambi couldn't even get a word in edgewise. She was just crying and running off at the mouth, and Bambi was just like, oh no, really, girl? Oh my good, oh my, are you okay? Oh really? Oh no. Child. At the same time, Scrappy and BK, they over there talking. And, you know, Scrap talk about Mom Dukes. You know, Mom Dukes, you know, she had this, her ruptured kidney stones from drinking too much. And BK was like, oh, yeah, I know a whole lot about that. My daddy, he died from drinking. Okay, so they kind of have some shit in common because their parents are both alcoholics. And, or did he say that he was an alcoholic? Maybe he didn't say he died. Look, don't let me put that on the man. I don't remember what he said, but something was with his dad. Either he had, he was definitely an alcoholic. Okay, so they kind of talk about that, and then I guess they see the girls over there and Sierra having her breakdown. So you know they go back over there, and they was like, "What is y'all talking about?" I was just telling her about, you know, Shooter won't come and talk to the courthouse and how I might be going to jail. I was like, oh, you guys. And I feel like just from the previews for the whole season, she is going to have that same breakdown like 3 or 4 more times, y'all. So just get yourselves ready for that. It's the Frost facts. I hit y'all with the long stare on that one. So y'all favorite couple is back. D-Lo and Rashida. Okay. And oh, let them tell it, they just as happy as can be. You know, because they are about to celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary. Baby, can you believe that we made it this far? You know, D-Lo stupid, faking, fucking face. You know, the whole thing is just, well, Rashida, I can't believe it's been... He can't believe it because of all of the shit that he's done. And they still together. Anyways, D-Lo and Rashida, remember we found out that they were opening their Frost Facts Bistro. Last season, at the end of last season. I actually forgot all about it. I don't know where it is, but I guess it's doing something out here in Atlanta. And she was saying, you know, that even though all of their businesses is doing well, you know, Prest is doing good, and, you know, whatever else venture she got going on, you know, in the restaurant, you know, the family is the one that's going to try to run it into the ground. And then, you know, D-Lo, I really don't have time, you know, for the kids to be messing up because running the restaurant is hard business, okay? Hard work. I couldn't even really concentrate on what they was talking about. I mean, it was just like they trying to build up the story, I guess, that the kids work in the restaurant. What's their oldest boy? The one, what is his name? Oh, I guess it's Kirk, right? Isn't he a junior? Okay, so Lil D-Lo is there, and, you know, he's talking. I was just like, that whole scene when they was in that restaurant, I was just like, it's too much going on for me to even understand what we talking about here. Let Rashida tell it, everything is going good. When she's talking to D-Lo, she was just like, you gotta admit that everything is going good. Prest is running great, you know. And he was just like, well, I don't know about Prest in Houston. Your mom about to run that one into the ground. She was just like, well, you know, we gonna talk about that later, because I still got to talk with her about that. But evidently, D-Lo tells us that the mama is running her own side business, I guess, on the side of Prest Houston, and that she got a plus size line in the store, and that she's been working with, I don't know if it's in the store, but she's been working with their same vendors, and I guess it's causing some sort of conflict of interest. So he got a problem with that, maybe feeling like the mama ain't concentrating on whatever. But the overall thing that they are trying to convey to us is that they are very happy, and that their 20-year anniversary is here. We've been through our ups and downs, but, you know, we made it over, and fine, child. If you like it, I love it. Okay, hopefully this season it won't be concentrating on what D-Lo did this time. Looks like they ain't even gonna talk about that other baby too much. I didn't really see too much about it in the previews for the season, so I guess they done ran that one, and then maybe Jasmine was like, fuck y'all, we not doing that no more. But this 20-year anniversary that they have, and so they're gonna have this party, and they just so in love. And, you know, they have all of the cast there, and the cast all love to tell them how much they just look up to them, you know, because, you know, D-Lo gets to fuck around and do everything that he want to do, and Rashida stays classy all the time and just keeps her man, you know. And I'm just like, ugh. The men are standing around talking. It's Scrappy and Jock. Jock is still very upset about, you know, possibly getting his vasectomy. He said, do you think that make me less of a man? And Scrappy was like, yeah. He was like, we ain't even got to discuss that. I said, see, that's the reason why these men don't want to do it. They be so worried about what their friends is thinking. Your friends ain't paying your damn child support bill now, are they? Then in walks Mama Rashida. Okay, she's smiling. She got her hair purple on the sides. I said, y'all, you better go, Mama Rashida. You know, she walks up and gives Rashida a hug. D-Lo looking like she already get on his nerves. We see Carly Red. She walk in. This is our first time seeing her. And, you know, she looks like she got a lot on her mind. But, and she also, when she sees Rashida, she tells Rashida she's so strong, you know, for the things that she's been through. You know, I guess that's the woman that Carly Red aspires to be. We're going to find out about Carly's bullshit in a little bit. But, you know, she's already making it seem like, oh, her life has been so difficult and so tough. But we get on to the actual party. You know, everybody gets up and they give their little accolades to the Frost Facts. And, you know, D-Lo and Rashida, they just drinking it up, just loving it. Oh, she loved her man so much. You know, thank y'all for everything that y'all said. And later on, we see Bam and Carly and Sierra talking. And Bambi was like, you know, you really need to go and, you know, help out Sierra. If she's having some problems, you know, you need to be there. This whole part was very weirdly edited, and it made it very difficult for me to even follow, because it was just like they just threw shit out there. But Carly did say, well, if my girl needs me to testify, then I'm there. I'll testify. But while they talking, next thing we see Alexa, Sky, and what is the child name? What is her name? Well, I want to call her Armageddon. It ain't Armageddon. What is her name? Akbar. Akbar V and Alexa Sky. They coming walking down the street like, oh, you know, they got some business on their fucking mind, okay? And they walking into D-Lo and Rashida's establishment. I said, D-Lo, please tell me you ain't fucked this girl too. No, that ain't the reason why they there. So they walking in, you know, and everybody was like, wait a minute, what? You know, Alexis come in and Rashida was like, well, I know I did not invite no Akbar and no Alexa Sky, you know, so what are they doing over here with this ghetto shit? Alexa Sky come in, oh, she make a beeline for Carly Red. Okay, bitch, you said, you said when you saw me face to face, you know, it was gonna be something, so what? Now, Bambi, Sierra, Rashida, everybody is watching and looking like, huh? What how you just bust in here? I said, Alexa Sky was Mona's secret weapon. They didn't, she ain't let nobody know that you about to let the bitch come in there and act a fool. So Alexa Sky is all turned up like she gonna do something. And Carly Red was like, you don't know what I've been through and you don't want it with me. You're not about that life. This is Atlanta. Carly, you fucking know you not about that life. Girl, quit all this turning up and all of this. You know you got all these people around you. I'm sure the crazy 88s is real close. And you try to act like you gonna beat somebody's ass. Oh, that's because she been through so much, you guys. That she just not gonna tolerate this shit. Alexa Sky said, but bitch, you said when you saw me, I'm here. Of course, Rashida was just like, I don't appreciate, I did not invite her. And she come over here with this ghetto mess. Okay, they going on and on. The crazy 88s have to come and make sure that they get Akbar V and they get Alexa Sky. I don't even know why Akbar V is there. I guess was she there for backup? You know, just in case that Alexa Sky get handled, then, you know, Akbar V got to go and put her 2 cents in. But, you know, everybody's looking like, will you calm down? And Alexa Sky is doing all of this. And I was just like, this is real. We already starting off like this, you guys. It's gonna be quite a bit of fighting this season. And remember, Carly said that she don't have time for this because I'm going through the darkest hour of my life and she doesn't know what I'm going through, you know. I said, well, what are you going through, Carly Red? Next scene, we see her. Oh, she's walking into a funeral home, okay? They got the camera on her damn ankles. She walking up the middle aisle of the funeral home, and she looking down, you know, and it's the pews. And she said that she's been going through something so dark and so horrible, you know, that nobody knew for the last year. I said, bitch, we already know what the fuck it is. You went and married Mo. Okay, and what would you do that for? If this is even true, you guys was having all of these issues, you was having all these problems with him, why would you go and turn around and marry the fool? Okay, are we supposed to be feeling bad for you because you already knew what it was and you still went and married him? Girl, nobody got time for this sympathy, crackhead Carly Red. She was like, I just want to be happy, and how much can one person take? And she just keep on talking about what she's been going through, and I was just like, oh God. I refuse to feel sorry for Carly Red at this point. Every season, it is a problem with some man, okay? So this is just another one. One day, I'm going to write down all the men that Carly Red has been involved in on this show. And we're going to have a good list. And I bet you every single one of them would be like, ain't nobody fucked around with that bitch. All right, you guys, so that's it. Atlanta's back. We'll see how this season pans out. I'm not all that excited about this season, but, you know, we'll see. We'll just see. Let me get off so I can do Miami. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.